Hello and welcome to Tutti Mozart. Now join me today in the quest to find out who Cornetti was. The last weeks have been exciting for us at Tutti Mozart. The discovery of the long-lost Mozart-Salieri composition and the world premiere recording, performed proudly by our team. Per la recuperata salute di Ophelia was composed by Salieri, Mozart and Cornetti, with a text by Lorenzo da Ponte written for Nancy Storace to wish her a good and swift recovery because she had lost her voice in June 1785. From those four gentlemen, three of them are known to us. Salieri was the very famous and influential court composer. Because you follow Tutti Mozart, you know so much about Wolfgang Amadeus, and the librettist was a crazy but talented Lorenzo da Ponte. The name of the third composer is Cornetti. We just can't find any indication of this composer in Vienna at that time. We think Cornetti was a nom de plume for the men who organized and commissioned this unusual publication. He must have been cashed up. Now, imagine paying the poet, the publisher, and the other two composers. But who was this third man? Cornetti number one. Stephen Storace, Nancy's brother, who was in Vienna at the time it all happened. But a few things don't add up. Now, between us, Stephen was a skilled and gifted musician, capable of a much better offering. He would have no reason to be shy and would have welcome publicity for his own operas. Cornetti 2. Alessandro Cornet. Well, the name is close, and he was a musician. Alessandro was a fantastic singer, but not a composer as advertised, and there was no reason for him not to have written his name. Now we need to find an unskilled composer who wanted to be associated with Nancy, but had to protect his identity. Here are some facts that we have to keep in mind. Nancy got married 1 year before all this to a man named John Abraham Fisher, an English violinist who was 20 years older than her. Just after they got married, Emperor Joseph sent the husband packing because he was beating Nancy. But wait a minute, Nancy was pregnant. Some people claim her daughter was born in January 1785. If that's so, why did she lose her voice only later in June? This doesn't add up. Well, the other theory is that her daughter was born in June 1785. This explains why she collapsed on stage while singing Salieri's Il Ricco Don Giorno in December 1784, and why she lost her voice in June, the month she was delivering.
So who was the father? Her husband?
No, too boring and too absent.
Mozart?
Well, maybe.
The emperor himself?
It is thinkable that Nancy had many affairs, but there was one lover who was far more important than any other, Joseph II. And it can't be a coincidence that her daughter's name was Josefa. Naughty Nancy! The Emperor Joseph not only liked making children, but he also loved music. We know he played the piano and composed, but his skills fell far short of the musicians he patronized, and it was affordable for him to commission and execute this project. So voilà, meine Damen und Herren, the Emperor Joseph II, aka Cornetti. So hit the thumbs up if you like your theory and spread this rumor with your friends. And don't forget, what happens in court doesn't always stay in court.